Si me deja. Sí, estoy vivo ahora en el otro. Mira, te muestro. Epa, acá estamos. Así que vení a la clase en vivo de ahora en YouTube, enlace en nuestros stories. Voy a hablar de algo que me pasó y voy a enseñarles muchos phrasal verbs con esta historia, ¿ok? Hi, I'm seeing a bunch of people. Mati, Luis, Hércules, Noelia, ¿cómo están? Vengan, estamos empezando ahora. Creo que, hola chicos, estoy en este en vivo. Voy, vengan. Listo. Ok, estoy en vivo acá también, chicos. Estuve haciendo 2 a la vez que nunca había hecho. ¿Cómo están? Hey, everybody. Gracias por venir. Hoy, no sé si vieron, vamos a hablar de phrasal verbs, algo que a todos nos cuesta, ¿no? Los phrasal verbs. Voy a abrir esto acá en mi celular para que me pueda contactar mi equipo. Chicos, vengan, ¿cómo están? ¿Dónde están ahora? ¿En qué país están? ¿En qué ciudad? ¿Qué están haciendo? ¿Qué hora es? Para mí son las 6 de la tarde. Yo creo que a ver, ¿hay algún problema? No, estamos bien. Igual voy a agregar esto y después ponerme así. En Colombia son las 8, ¿no? Alura dice Colombia. Ahí veo Colombia. Amelia. Hi, hello, how is everybody? Chicos, les aviso, esta clase... en México son las 6, claro, es como lo mismo que Los Ángeles, ¿no? Chicos, les aviso que en esta clase, 9 de la noche de República Dominicana, Dominican Republic, 9 p.m. Les aviso que en esta clase vamos a hablar mucho en inglés, solamente empiezo la clase en español, las empiezo así, y después hacemos inmersión, nos sumergimos en el inglés. Por eso creo que varios dijeron, Adam, me gusta tu clase porque hace cosas en inglés y nos hace practicar. Es true. It is so true. So, en Argentina 22 horas. No, Estefanía, perdón que no te dejé dormir. Rosángela, besito, ¿cómo estás? Yes, okay. So, again, we're going to do this in English, right? Today is a fun class, fun and sad, not actually sad, but a little bit sad because I'm going to tell a little story about something that happened to me while I was working. So that's why it says here, comprensión auditiva, because I'm going to tell a story. Here, I'm going to go ahead and show that. Because I'm going to tell a story. I'm going to actually talk about this first because es más importante esto. Chicos, se los voy a decir en español también. Nice to see you. Bueno, nice to talk to you, Rosángela. Chicos, si alguien llega y dice, ay, no veo nada, la pantalla está borrosa, no se ve, ayuda a esa persona porque lo que pasa es que en YouTube hay una ruedita que está acá en la pantalla. Si apretas esa ruedita, puedes mejorar la calidad para que se vea todo súper bien, ¿ok? Así que si alguien llega y dice, no veo la pantalla, está todo borrosa, ayuda a esa persona para que podamos seguir con la clase, ¿ok? Listo. Estefanía, súper buena pregunta. Creo que Cali, ella dijo, ¿qué serían los phrasal verbs? Mira, yo creo que Cali habló de los phrasal verbs en otra clase, del significado de lo que son, pero básicamente son verbos en inglés donde le agregamos preposiciones o otras palabritas y cambian el significado. Por ejemplo, get, ¿no? Es un verbo que usamos todo el tiempo en inglés, get. Un phrasal verb de get sería get out, get up, get in. Así que le agregamos como una palabrita, tal vez una preposición u otra cosa para que sea un phrasal verb. El tema es que en inglés tenemos muchos phrasal verbs, ¿ok? Así que es importante que puedas entenderlos, que puedas usarlos. Lo más importante es que lo puedas entender. No es necesario que los uses todo el tiempo. Se usan más en el inglés hablado, ¿cierto? Más cuando tenemos conversaciones más informales. Así que no es necesario que sepas todos los phrasal verbs, pero sí es bueno saber entenderlos, ¿ok? Así que en la clase de hoy vas a escuchar, voy a sacarme de acá para que puedan ver. Vas a escuchar una historia real de mi vida, a real life story from me during my workday. Okay? So then, based on that story, you are going to have to answer comprehension and inference questions to see how much you understood, right? And then we're basically going to learn all of the vocab, all of the phrasal verbs, all of the important things from the story to make sure you understood everything, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Interesting. Alejandra dice, for me, it is easier to read and write in English than to speak or listen. This is interesting, Alejandra, because, you know, in English, there are tons of words that are the same in Spanish, right? Just different pronunciation, like hotel, hotel. Hay un montón. Conductor, conductor. No, there's so many words that are exactly the same, but are pronounced differently. So that can maybe be why that's a difficulty for you, right? And there's a lot that are very similar too, that have maybe a different ending, like verbs, like words that end in tion, right? You know, there's a lot of those words like that are just ending in cion in Spanish, right? So that makes sense, okay? Don't worry if you feel that way. Lo que les puedo decir ahora es que en nuestro curso de inglés completo, el curso completo, es que tenemos clases de conversación también. O sea, tenemos clases de diálogo, pronunciación, gramática, phrasal verbs, que vamos a ver hoy, y conversación también, donde puedes hablar con alguien en inglés una vez por semana, puede ser una vez por semana o puede ser una vez cada 2 semanas. 2 veces por semana, digo. Una vez por semana o 2 veces por semana según la promoción que tengas, ¿ok? So, puse el curso completo ahí en el chat si te interesa, si quieres saber más, si quieres hablar con un asesor, cualquier pregunta, cualquier duda, si quieres saber cómo funciona, cómo es el horario, cuándo tengo que estudiar, todo eso puedes hablar con un asesor en ese enlace, ¿ok? Pones tu correo, tu número y te contactan, ¿ok? Listo. Oh, that's a good question, Alejandra. What's the difference between sheep and cheap? ¿Sabes qué? Esto creo que el español nos puede ayudar acá. Because the word chicle is like ch, right? C-H, chicle. That's the same as cheap, barato, right? Ch. When the word sheep, which is what? Oveja, sheep, is like shh, cállate, be quiet. Sheep, okay? So it's different. You know, the SH in English is kind of like the double L in Argentina, right? So I say, yo me llamo. That's the same as the word sheep. Yo me llamo, sheep, okay? Mientras CH es cheap, cheap. Okay, ¿se entiende? Okay, I hope so. Awesome. Let's seguir entonces. So, de vuelta. I'm going to be speaking English, guys. I always forget. But it's a comprehension practice for you guys. So, my English is what you will hear. Okay? Awesome. So, here are the instructions. You are going to listen to a story about me, myself, that happened to me last week. This story will be filled with important phrasal verbs, guys. That's the focus of today. Important phrasal verbs that we often use when talking about technology, tecnología, right? I'm going to read my story at a normal pace, normal speed, and I'm going to read it twice. Veo que Rosángel puso esto. Todo es cuestión de práctica. Las clases de pronunciación con Cali son excelentes, 100% recomendadas. Ay, qué lindo. You know, Callie is very qualified. She's very good with pronunciation tips and pronunciation. She studied like all of that, the sounds that we make when we pronounce things. El movimiento de la boca, todo. So that's why she did the pronunciation classes. And it's true. Because I think one of the hardest parts about English is the pronunciation, right? Chicos, para los que están llegando, si no me entienden cuando hablo inglés, no se preocupen, puedes mirar la clase después, pero estoy hablando en inglés, ¿ok? Así que no se preocupen si no entienden, están acá, están practicando, están tratando de aprender y eso es lo importante, ¿cierto? Eso es lo importante. Awesome. Okay. Estefania, good question. What is the difference? What does filled mean and what does pace mean? Filled means lleno. So when I say this story will be filled with, esta historia va a estar llena de. Okay, filled. To fill something es llenar. Okay, and pace quiere decir casi como velocidad. No, sí, velocidad. Sería algo así, okay? Pace. I am walking at a slow pace. Now I'm walking at a fast pace. Okay? Pace is like tu velocidad, your speed. Okay? Ritmo. Mejor dicho así. Ritmo. Exactly. Great word there. Okay. Awesome, guys. Exactly. Great job. All right, we're going to do this now. I'm going to start to read, okay? Are we ready for the story? 3, 2, 1. Ba. Here we go. Adam woke up extra early to start his day because his deadline for his project was 2 p.m. He got out of bed, he got dressed, and he got ready for his workday. He enjoys the morning breeze and sunrise, so he opened up the window in his office before starting work. After making the bed and prepping his mate, he was all ready to go. The first most important thing to do is to make sure his computer is charged for the workday. He turned on his computer, plugged it in, and began to work. But on the screen, the computer said overheated, must shut down, and then powered off. Adam decided to unplug the computer charger to see if this would help. When he went to unplug it, he tripped on the cable to the lamp, and the lamp turned off. As he went to plug in the lamp again, the mate tipped over and spilled all over the floor, making a mess. He went to get some paper towels to clean up. He grabbed the broom and swept up the remaining mate leaves on the floor. He then sat down, opened his computer once again, and finally began to work. Adam knew this was just going to be one of those days. ¿Cómo nos sentimos? ¿Cómo nos sentimos? How do we feel? Someone says, where are you from? So I am from the United States, but I learned Spanish. I learned Argentinian Spanish, okay? Nicole dice, what is the difference between his and is? His, de él, ¿verdad? His es él, o sea, masculino. His quiere decir su. Entonces, si yo te digo his book, su libro. Mientras is the verb to be. So if I say he is tired, sería él está cansado. Okay? Ana Sofía, muchas gracias. How do we feel? 1 to 5. How much did we understand in that story? 1, really easy. 5, really hard. 1 easy, 5 hard. 3 más o menos, right? How do we feel? What do we think? If you did not understand, don't worry. We are going to read it again, okay? Yeah, Jorge, that's the reason to use mate in Adam's story, because I learned Argentinian Spanish and I drink mate. Okay, I'm seeing 2, 5, 1.5. Okay, Rosangela, I see you. Great job. 3, medium. 2. Cristian says, I feel well. I understood almost everything. Perfecto. Y si no entendiste, de vuelta, no pasa nada. Estamos acá para aprender. Algo bueno que puedes hacer es escucharlo de vuelta después de que termine la clase, ¿verdad? Escucharlo de vuelta, escuchar cómo pronuncio las cosas, escuchar el vocabulario, pero vamos a aprender todo ese vocabulario que no entendiste después, ¿ok? Awesome. Chicos, les quiero decir rapidito de vuelta que esta metodología y esta manera de hacer como escuchar, aprender, es parecido a lo que hacemos en nuestro curso completo también. ¿Ok? So voy a poner el enlace ahí para el curso completo si te interesa. Si no es ningún compromiso, lo que quiero es que puedas hablar con nuestro equipo para averiguar más sobre el curso y eso. ¿Ok? Yeah, Alejandra dice, I like the dialogue class in Fluency. Yo hago las clases de diálogo, así que me pone súper feliz que te gusten las clases. Yeah, we really analyze. Analizamos diálogos reales de hablantes nativos del inglés. Cosas que decimos todos los días, cosas súper reales para que puedas aprender a hablar como nosotros hablamos en el día a día. ¿Ok? Oh, that's so nice, Veronica. Great Argentinian accent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay. Are we ready to continue? Are we ready? I'm going to read the story again, guys. Okay? Okay. And again, otra cosa que le quiero decir. La transcripción de la historia, bueno, primero vamos a mandarlo. Si te anotas en ese enlace, vamos a mandar ese material complementario para que lo puedas recibir después de la clase, sí, porque queremos que tengas ese material. Y también vas a poder ver la transcripción al final de la clase, ¿ok? Claudia dice, I could not get into the link. Claudia, that's weird. Claudia, ¿en qué país estás? Hola Humberto, buenas noches. Gracias por venir. Hola Mina, hola Joey. Awesome. Okay. Manuela, muchas gracias. Dice que las clases de diálogo son increíbles. Bueno, todas las clases, de hecho, aprovechen. That's such a nice message. Yeah, chicos, son horas y horas de aprendizaje, ¿ok? Son clases de diálogo son clases de pronunciación, gramática, phrasal verbs, horas y horas de práctica, ¿ok? Y después clases de conversación también. Amazing. Ay, chicas, son lo más, son lo más. Realmente me pone feliz que disfruten del curso, porque eso es el tema. Tenés que aprender de manera divertida, divirtiéndote, ¿verdad? Ok. Yay, Omar, qué lindo que puedas estar presente. Me alegro. Ok. Ay, chicos, son lo más. Gracias. Me están dando mucha buena energía, muchas buenas vibras esta noche. Así que gracias por acompañarme. A ver, esta pregunta. Weird y stronger son intercambiables. No. Weird quiere decir raro o extraño. Mientras stronger es más fuerte. Ah, ya sé, estás queriendo decir strange. Strange. Eso sí. Voy a poner un sticker acá, una cosa acá. Mira, weird es como raro. Lo voy a poner acá. Weird es raro, ¿verdad? Mientras strange es extraño. Ay, no tengo la ñ. Extraño. ¿Ok? Así que son muy parecidas las dos palabras. Ay, veo que Cristian puso que vino recién del walk and talk. A ver, ¿dónde está eso? No, qué bueno. ¿Qué te pareció, Cristian, el walk and talk? Chicos, para los que no saben del walk and talk, vamos a poner el enlace en el chat. El walk and talk es nuestro podcast gratuito básicamente de pronunciación y de aprender inglés a pronunciar bien el inglés. Porque ¿qué hacemos? Hacemos algo que es como shadowing, donde ustedes aprenden a decir una frase, aprenden a decir la frase y repiten la frase cuando yo les digo que repitan. It's super fun. Por ejemplo, te voy a dar un ejemplo. Hey, how are you? Paramos. Y yo le digo, bueno, repite conmigo. Y les explico el significado de todas las frases. Después repetimos las frases. It's so cool, guys. It's such a great technique. Ahí puse en el chat el enlace para que puedas escuchar esto de manera gratuita. O sea, es inglés gratuito, ¿ok? Claro, el profe, sí, es verdad. También, es verdad. Claro, Cali y yo también lo hacemos. Yeah. Oh, guys. Okay, awesome. We're going to seguir con la clase entonces. Okay? Great. Te contesté esa pregunta de weird y strange, porque strange es extraño, weird es raro. Okay? Después lo ves de vuelta. Awesome. Vamos a seguir con mi historia. Vamos a escucharla una vez más. Okay? 3. Presten atención, presten atención. Chicos, un tip que siempre les doy es que escriban o anoten o traten de poner en algún lugar todo que entiendan de lo que les cuento, ¿ok? Todo que les cuento en esta historia. Traten de escribirlo. Adam dijo open up. Lo voy a escribir. ¿Qué significa open up? Después lo vamos a ver. Pero es bueno que lo escribas para que vayas entendiendo lo que estoy diciendo, ¿ok? Ok, it's a good exercise. It's good practice. Va. 3, 2, 1, va. Adam woke up extra early to start his day because his deadline for his project was 2 p.m. He got out of bed, he got dressed, and he got ready for his workday. He enjoys the morning breeze and sunrise, so he opened up the window in his office before starting work. After making the bed and prepping his mate, he was all ready to go. The first most important thing to do is to make sure his computer is charged for the workday. He turned on his computer, plugged it in, and began to work. But on the screen, his computer said overheated, must shut down, and then powered off. Adam decided to unplug the computer charger to see if this would help. When he went to unplug it, he tripped on the cable to the lamp and the lamp turned off. As he went to plug in the lamp again, the mate tipped over and spilled all over the floor. Making a mess, he went to get some paper towels to clean up. He grabbed the broom and swept up the remaining mate leaves on the floor. He then sat down, opened up his computer once again, and finally began to work. Adam knew this was just going to be one of those days. Chicos, esto me pasó. This happened to me. Last week. I'm a little bit clumsy. Does anyone know that word, clumsy? I'm going to write it here. Clumsy. Clumsy. ¿Alguien sabe qué significa esta palabra? This is very specific. Díganme en el chat. Let me know in the chat if you know what this word means. Claudia, ahí mi equipo te contestó. ¿Cuál enlace, Claudia? Para saber, ¿ok? Listo. Does anyone know what clumsy means? María José, torpe. Es verdad. I am torpe. I am. Todos saben. I am torpe. I am clumsy. Okay? So that's what happened in this story. I was clumsy. Right. Now we know. Now we know. Okay. Guys, we're going to check out the first question, the first comprehension, exactly. The first comprehension question, okay? Va. Here we go. Pregunta número 1. Question number 1. Fill in the blanks to complete Adam's daily morning routine. Voy a sacar esta cosa. I'm going to take it away. Each day, Adam up, gets of bed, gets and ready for the workday. Is it A, each day Adam wakes up, gets out of bed, gets dressed, and gets ready for the workday? Is it B, each day Adam gets up of bed, get, and got ready for the workday? Or is it C, has waked into, up, makes? ¿Qué pensamos? A ver los comentarios. Let's see. I am seeing a lot of correct answers because the answer is A, guys. It is A. Each day Adam wakes up, gets out of bed, gets dressed, and gets ready for the workday. So there are a couple reasons why we know. I'm seeing some people putting B. There are a couple reasons why it cannot be B, okay? First off, cuando conjugamos verbos en la tercera persona presente, cada conjugación tiene una S al final. Adam wakes up. Adam gets up. Adam eats his food. Adam studies. Entonces, there's always an S when we conjugate a verb in the third person, okay? He studies, he eats, he laughs, he likes, okay? And Adam is third person here, right? So it has to be wakes and it has to be gets, okay? Awesome. Cool, we're good. We're going to see the meanings of these words after, so don't worry about that, okay? All right, next question. Question number 2. Exactly, Alejandra dice, I remember now. Add S with he, she, and it. Exactly, correcto. Okay, next question. Question number 2. What happened to Adam's computer and why was this stressful? Is it A, the computer glitched and needed to restart for security purposes, which slowed down the goal of meeting his deadline? Is it B, the computer got too hot and needed to shut down, making it difficult to meet his deadline? Or is it C, the computer was out of battery and would not turn on and his deadline was fast approaching? ¿Qué pensamos? Which one is it, guys? Which one is it? What do we think? What do we think? I'm seeing B. I'm also seeing C. Someone noticed a key word. Exactly. One of the key words was overheated. Chicos, por esta misma razón les digo que escriban cuando yo les cuento la historia. Because overheated is exactly what you needed to know, right? Excellent job. Excellent. So when in answer B, it says got too hot. That means overheated. Okay, so the answer is actually B. Okay. B. Okay, we got it. I see a lot of C. And that it's confusing because we did talk about the charger. But the computer overheated. It got too hot, right? That's why. And this was stressful because it was hard for me to meet my deadline because my computer was off. It was overheated. Okay? Great. We're going to go to the next one. Guys, y no se preocupen porque vamos a ver todos los significados de las palabras del vocabulario después de estas preguntas. Okay? We'll see all of that after these questions. Number 3. What happened to the lamp and the mate? I almost read this as mate because in English that word is mate, tipo amigo, compañero, but okay. What happened to the lamp and the mate? What do we think? The lamp, and the mate, Is it A, broke down and shattered open? B, turned off and tipped over? Or C, short-circuited and overflowed? Esta está difícil, eh? But I am seeing some correct answers. Excellent. So there were two phrasal verbs here, right? So turned off the lamp. What did I do? I tripped on the lamp. Whoa, I fall. The lamp turns off. The mate tips over. Okay, exactly. He's remembering the key words. Excellent. Tipped over, right? Do you guys know what short-circuited means in option C? First, the correct answer is B. So great job there. Short-circuited means tipo fallar, ¿verdad? If like a technical problem, right? It's like a glitch. It glitches. It falla. Okay, that's short-circuiting. So if you're talking about, a computer, if it glitches and breaks and falla, that would be short-circuiting. Claro, claro. Exacto. Great, great, great. Awesome, guys. Okay, now we're going to get into the fun stuff. We're going to actually learn the vocab and the phrasal verbs of today's story. Okay? Learning time. Awesome. I'm going to put myself like this. So, guys, these phrasal verbs are, a lot of them were related to Estefanía. Vamos a ver esto ahora en el próximo slide. Okay? Tip over. Okay? Sería como volcar. Perdón, sería como caerse. Es verdad. Tip over es como caerse. Mientras overflow sería volcar. ¿Ok? Son muy parecidos. Ok. Technology phrasal verbs. Awesome. And the regular verb form. Okay. So, what do we have here, guys? We have to turn. To turn means girar o doblar, right? Si estás en tu coche y tienes que doblar o girar en el semáforo, you need to turn. So, example, you need to turn right at the stop sign, right? Tienes que girar a la derecha en el semáforo o en el semáforo, ¿ok? No, stop sign sería señal de alto, right? I think. So that's to turn. Now the phrasal verb to turn on sería prender. Prender. For example, can you turn on the television? Can you turn on? ¿Puedes prender la televisión o el televisor? Right? Can you turn on? Prender. Okay? Next, to turn off. Es el opuesto, right? I turn off the lights. Apago las luces. Turn off. So, guys, when we have, verbs like this, these are the everyday way to say these terms, right? So we have phrasal verbs in English. Turn on, prender. Turn off, apagar. Next one, to plug in. To plug in. That means enchufar. So when my computer is out of battery, I plug in the charger. Enchufo el cargador, right? So the opposite of that is to unplug. Unplug. I unplug the refrigerator when it is empty to save electricity. Desenchufar, right? There's a couple verbs like this in English. I'm going to write some here. With that undo. 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 I put it here. Here. Undo is to rehacer algo como al reverso. O sea, deshacer. No. Undo es tipo, si yo hago algo y lo deshago, o sea, sé que no tienes ni en español, eso sería undo. You do something, you undo it. You reverse it, okay? Any other verbs? Unwrap. Unwrap. Okay, so you can wrap and then you can unwrap. This is a good verb to know for Christmas time or holiday time or when it's someone's birthday. If you wrap a gift, you envolver los regalos, right? So if you unwrap, you envolver. I don't know if that's right in Spanish, but I'm giving you the idea, okay? Wrap, envolver, unwrap. So there's a couple verbs. Yeah, great. Awesome, guys. Yay, we're getting it. Awesome. Okay, and then these last two phrasal verbs on this slide are much more technical, much more formal, much more like having to do with technology. Okay, so to power on is the same thing as prender, right? Prender algo, to power on, but it's very formal. To power off is the same as apagar, to turn off. It's more formal, okay? But just so you understand that. Which makes sense, right? Power in inglés puede ser poder, pero también puede ser electricidad. Okay, the power. Okay, cool. Great job. All right, next slide, guys. Here we have some more daily phrasal verbs. Okay, these are the daily ones that I use all the time. So, to wake, right, es despertar. But to wake up es como despertarse. So I can despertar a alguien, lo puedo wake, I can wake someone, but if I wake up, me despierto. That's the difference, okay? Good. To get. Oh man, to get is the trickiest phrase, is the trickiest verb and phrasal verb in English. I think it's the hardest one. Okay, to get is conseguir, o puede ser también comprar, depende del contexto, okay? To get out of bed is levantarse de la cama. Get out of bed, right? To get dressed is vestirse, okay? If I get dressed, me visto, I get dressed. To get ready es prepararse, to get ready. So we're seeing to get has so many phrasal verbs, okay? It's just one of those things in English that you have to learn all of the phrasal verbs with get, okay? Next one, to open versus to open up. So these can almost be used interchangeably, but open up usually has to do with the action of actually moving something up. So if I open up my window, I guess it depends on the window you have. Some people have the shutters, the ones that you open like this, but I open up my window. I open up my computer, okay? Versus if you are, you get a gift, recibís un regalo. If you just open it, unwrap it, that's different, okay? Open versus open up. Yeah. Next, to make. To make is hacer, right? O crear, según el contexto, okay? But to make a mess is hacer un lío, okay? Cool. And then to make sure is estar seguro, hacerse seguro de algo, to make sure, okay? Any questions there, guys? Any questions? No? Okay. Here we go. More phrasal verbs. To trip versus to trip on. So to trip primero means like caerse, but caerse porque hay algo que te hace caer. Okay? Right? To trip. To trip on is when you're specifying what it is that made you fall. So in my story, I tripped on the cable. Me caí por el cable, right? So that's when you want to specify what it is you fell on, what made you fall. I tripped on the cable. I tripped on the shoes. I tripped on the sidewalk. Okay? It's more detailed. Good. Next, to sit down es sentarse, right? To sit down. I sit down. Me siento. Okay? To tip. Now, this has a couple meanings. To tip can be darle propina a alguien, but it can also be hacer caer. Okay? Hacer que algo se caiga, to tip over. So if I have my water here and I push it like this, I am tipping that water. Tipping. So then to tip over is the actual action that is happening. The water is tipping over. Oh, ¿se entiende? Good. Yeah, thank you. I didn't think of this word, but se tropezó is to trip. Okay? Yeah, great. Next one, to clean versus to clean up. So to clean, yes, Joseph, this is buena pregunta. To trip, un trip como sustantivo, I am going on a trip, es viaje. Okay? But we were just talking about the verb. That is correct. You are correct. Okay. To clean versus to clean up. So to clean is more general. I clean my house. I clean the bathroom. Limpio, ¿verdad? Limpiar. But to clean up is more specific to when there is a mess or something specific we want to clean. Okay, so if my room is a mess, there's stuff everywhere, I need to clean up my room. Okay? Cool. And then lastly is to sweep up. ¿Qué quiere decir? No sé cómo dirías eso. Bueno, primero, escoba is broom. You use a broom to sweep. Usas una escoba para pasarle al piso para get the dirty stuff, right? To sweep up. So I sweep up the floor. Okay? Good? ¿Alguna pregunta de esas? Let me know, guys, in the chat. Deslizar. Clean out. Great. So if I want to clean something out, this would be like, okay, my garage, for example. If my garage is a mess and I have to take the things out and get rid of stuff, that would be to clean out. Muchas gracias. Barrer. Qué boludo que soy. Sí, es barrer. Yes, thank you. Sometimes I can't think in both. Good. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Great. Any other questions, guys? What do we think? Yeah, Maria Jose. Can you repeat the meaning of tip versus to tip over? To tip is to actually push something and almost make it fall. So if I am tipping the water, I tip the water. To tip over is how you describe the action. So I, as a human, as a person, tip the water, but the water is tipping over. Okay, so tip over is the actual description of what is happening. Okay, got it? Cool. Guys, what do we think? Do we understand more? ¿Entendemos más ahora con el vocabulario? ¿Cómo nos sentimos? Ahora de 1 a 5. 1, fácil, 5, difícil. I'm going to actually put the transcription here in a second. Guys, if you want to, because what the important thing here is understanding the listening, right? Understanding the comprehension. So if you want to practice your listening for free, check out our podcast, Walk and Talk. We talked about it a little bit before, but we really work on understanding pronunciation. Y ahí pusimos el enlace del podcast gratuito, ¿ok? Está en todas las plataformas. Okay, I'm seeing some 1s, some 5s, some 3s, some 4s. Okay, guys, take a look at, I'm going to show you at the end our transcription, but vamos a mandar ahora en el chat si quieres anotarte en el enlace para que puedas recibir el material complementario, ¿ok? Y también síganos, si estás en YouTube ahora, síganos, suscríbanse para que puedan venir a los próximos en vivos, ¿verdad? Okay? Guys, thank you for joining me. I'm going to get rid of this banner here so you can actually see stuff. Sorry about that. Wait, where is that? Oh, there's a comment. Excellent. Yeah. There we go. Awesome. So here again is the transcription. You guys can look at it and review it and listen to my audio as you look at the transcription. Okay, it's going to be sent to your email if you anotarse en ese enlace. Okay, awesome, guys. That's it for today. Espero que te haya gustado la clase. Gracias por haberme acompañado. Acá Rosángel dice, aprovechen los walk and talk. Son episodios cortos que pueden escuchar mientras hacen otras actividades. That is a perfect explanation. Perfecta explicación de cómo son los walk and talk. Puedes escuchar en el bus, en el trabajo, en el donde estés. ¿Ok? Thank you, guys. Gracias por venir. Gracias, Rosángela. Gracias, Manuela. Gracias a todos por todo. And have a great night. ¿Ok? Beso para todos y nos veremos en el próximo. Chao, 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 chao.